Right. And we are live. Another episode of Collaborate and Pull Together, a podcast about promoting all things positive on and off the table. Tonight I have joining me Steve Fernandez of YORK Tri-state Armwrestling, and we got Sam Mitchell joining us for the first time ever from out of, where are you out of again?
I pull in Acton, but live in New Hampshire.
Gotcha. There you go. Will be joining us will be Laray Jenkins shortly. I believe he actually just logged on himself. Beautiful. Laray Jenkins, the man behind the curtain, behind the magic of all these round robins, invitationals. This dude has really transformed the sport of arm wrestling in North America. Thank you for joining us today, man.
Of course,
an honor and a privilege to share a screen with you again.
I appreciate it.
So we got a lot to talk about today, but before we get into, the meat and potatoes of why I brought you on, Laray, I would just do a little bit of a brief introduction and talk to us about your intro to the sport, how long you've been pulling, and what your biggest inspiration to do what you do.
I've been around the sport forever, man, since I was 5 years old. I'm 29 now. So yeah, when people ask and I tell them I got 24 years experience, they're like, wait, how old are you? So yeah, I've been around the sport since I was 5. It's a family deal. My uncle won WAF Worlds in 1987 in London. My dad was a promoter. He was a nationally ranked puller too. So, it's just been in my blood, man. And now it's my time to do it.
Nice. So now this last year, you've been pretty busy. The last 2 years, you've been fairly busy with promotions on the promotional side. I mean, you're a killer arm wrestler, ranked in the top 20, killing it, by way of being an arm wrestler. But now you're killing it in the sport of arm wrestling in a complete different light. You created and founded this amazing format that I am floored by the results. I'm floored by the talent that you've gathered under one roof. Tell us a little bit about these invitationals and what inspired them.
Man, what inspired them? I don't know, man. I just want to see the best arm wrestle each other, and I feel like we don't get to see that enough, right? I mean, super matches are great, but if you want to compete against 11 top 20 guys, how many super matches are you gonna have to do? And how much travel time does that take? And how much travel cost does that take? And granted, I understand the round robin isn't the greatest format, because you can get tired, but it puts everybody in the same. It gives everybody the same factors. They have to deal with the same stuff, And to me, it's the most watchable format, because when I watch it, I find myself becoming a fan, right? So I'm sitting back enjoying it, and by round 3, by round 4, by round 5, I'm finding myself cheering for certain people, and it all started with the 154s. I'm a 154, so I have good relationships with a lot of the top 154 guys, and it was just a concept at the time, and started reaching out, and it was kind of a snowball effect. I got Hunter Knobs on board, then I got Roman Gromov on board, and then Cody Wood on board, and then once, when you get those top level guys, other people want to follow, right? Because, it could be their chance to pull an upset or something. So that's how it started, man.
That's freaking awesome. I gotta say, I'm excited about all things arm wrestling, but what you've done has even amped up my excitement to the next level. As a 170, I was a 154 guy. I was excited, when you started these things, and then I was like, I need to gain weight. I need to get stronger if I want to be considered in any of these capacities. And we actually got a couple of guys here who I think would be amazing in that format. But I do have a suggestion. We can do a 165. One of those in between classes. Because we got somebody here who I think would kill it in the 165 class. Sam Mitchell. And we got Garrett, who also if he puts on a little bit of weight, I think he would kill it in a 165 class too.
That's a good idea. I've actually thought about that. We've hit pretty much every weight class minus the 242s and the supers. And man, those are the hardest classes to get the elite guys because, at that weight, if you're a top 10 guy, you're going to East-West, you're chasing the big crowns, right? So it's hard to get those. I do want to circle back and eventually get to that, but, at this point in time, I'm just going to do what the people want, right? So supply by but I can't even talk right now. Supply by demand, right? Whatever they want the most, we'll make it happen, man.
Makes sense.
I gotta say,
the in between classes are great because, one of my favorite round robins was the 98. It was 1 through 12, completely deep, right? Eduardo finished 12th, right? When's he ever going to do that at an event? And then we did the 220 out in Arizona State, and it was stacked. You had Shark and Craig and, all the top dogs. So it'd be cool to, find that medium.
I think that would be an epic way to include a lot of people who don't like cutting for certain weights as well. Yep. Like I'm a 176 guy, but I'll cut to 165 if there's like a really big tournament, for me, or a big super match. But I walk around at like literally 175, 176 on the dot. Yeah. So I don't need to cut for my class. And I like the true weight, matches. If you're walking around in between the, in the 176 class, that's who I want to face because I feel like that's a person that's a true class. Or if someone wants to pull up, that's an even higher testament. There's some guys in here they pull up a weight class or two, or maybe even three.
I always do, man. Every tournament, you will not find me at a tournament where I don't double class.
That's awesome.
I don't care to lose. It's just experience. And to be honest with you, I've done better in the 76s than I have the 54s. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my frame. I'm 6'3", so I'm pretty tall for a 54.
Hell yeah, you are.
Yeah.
also, like, when I go to a 54 tournament, guess who I'm pulling? Cody Wood, Hunter Knobs, top dogs, right? So, yeah, man. It's interesting how the classes can switch things up.
Yeah.
Most certainly. Any questions from you gentlemen for Laray?
No. All sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, everything is great, man. Everything you're doing is great. I think the round robins are phenomenal, man. I watch them. I think they're really good. Good ideas. Put the best up against the best. So, yeah, man, more to you. More power to you, man. Honestly, great job.
One thing I pride myself too with the round robins is the fact that every winner, they're at East-West now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So if I can give a platform, I can't compete with, as a promoter, I can't compete with East-West. Their budget's through the roof. I'm doing this out of pocket, right? I go to work every day. But if I can give a platform to try to elevate someone to the next level, that's all I'm trying to do,
Yeah, seriously.
And the room in this sport is growing so much that we need that in-between stage. We need that in-between stage to see the guys get to that next level. It really shows a sign of progression of the sport, of athletes in the sport, and it really gives like these rungs in the ladder that people can literally strive for. And so I'm grateful to see it because it's like, okay, I may not be able to compete at East versus West, but hey, that round robin, that's more feasible in the near future.
Another good thing is like every round robin, man, there's always somebody that comes out of nowhere. You look at the 12 and you always can pick, there's the 6. But every single time there's somebody that comes out of nowhere, they're like, holy crap, he finished 3rd or he finished 4th. 220s was Ryan Bellinger. No one knew that dude except for the people in the South, right? No one really knew Ryan Bellinger. But guess what? What did he just do at East-West?
Yeah, man.
He destroyed
I saw that front row, man. That was probably one of the most exciting matches there, too.
He went to the 220 round robin. I gave him the invite, and dude, he beat Brent Rockers and he beat some top dogs, and everybody was like, dude, who's this Ryan dude? And then now, you see what he did.
Yeah.
Then it's just, and then you see Hunter. Hunter won the 54s and the 76s.
Yeah.
And that
Hunter's
was
a beast, bro. Hunter's a fucking monster, man.
Yeah.
Absolute monster.
Yeah.
So it's nice, man. It's cool to see, It's a very fun event to watch and be a part of, man. It is.
Absolutely.
So I just want to take a couple of moments to shout out some of the people who are in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got the Lucky who's in the chat. What's up, Lucky?
What's up, Lucky?
We got John Hutchinson in the chat. What's up, man?
Yeah,
I'll be
man.
seeing you in December.
Eric Fisk too.
Eric Fisk. And we got Jamie James, Robert Kelly. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys
Garrett,
watching.
what's up, Garrett? Thanks for being here, my man. Appreciate
thanks
you.
for having
You
me
too, Sam.
on.
Garrett.
Being, bro. I appreciate you guys for being here. Man.
Garrett, you got to put some sleeves on, bro. Come on
I was,
now.
I was gonna
Making
say,
all of
man,
us look bad.
You make me feel small, man.
He's making us look bad, bro. He's making us look bad every
Look
single
small,
fucking
bro.
time. This guy is more shredded and more shredded. It's unreal, bro. Unreal.
I'd say probably one of the cleanest biceps in the freaking game, man.
The biceps, bro.
Yeah.
He's
The
chiseled.
shoulders,
all the way to the
everything.
bottom, bro. He's
Everything.
Work on the wrist.
shredded.
That's the important part.
Shredded, bro. I'd have to say that.
We got Victor Clearwater and Ryan's in the chat as well. Ryan Bellinger.
Yes, sir.
He said, "What's up?" He said that Laray's a stud.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I agree with that.
We got Jeff the Ripper Ray in the chat as well. All right, so enough for the chat book to tune back into you guys in a moment. But there's something I want to blow the lid off a little bit, Laray. So I saw some backlash or something happening from you taking a step away from beast mode.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, I want to congratulate you for taking over the mantle of TAA. I think that is amazing. I think that it's in the best hands possible for the future of the sport. Congratulations across the board for that.
I appreciate it.
But what's going on? Let's get to the bottom of this, if you don't mind.
Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Just to keep it mild, because I'm not the type of person to go and just blow things up. I try to avoid the drama, But just some business disagreements. I put a lot of heart and soul and effort into building those round robins. And look, it isn't all me. I'm not the type of person that wants the credit. I don't really care about that. But like I've been around the sport since I was 5, right? And I wasn't just competing; I was watching promotions, right? So I always knew that eventually I'd be a promoter. So I've had dreams for years, and that was one of them, a 12-man round robin, and the December event. That's another one. And so I've put a lot of time and effort and hard work, and certain things just made me feel like unappreciated a little bit. And the feelings is maybe that can be done without me. So, so be it. I'll step back and see. And, not only that, next year I think I did 8 tournaments this year we hosted. And I have a son, he's 5. My daughter's 7, he wants to play sports. I have to miss that sometimes. And honestly, I can scale back promoting a little bit and still be able to give more time to my family. That was a big part of it that I wanted to scale back a little bit. And that wasn't kind of received very well. I don't know why that is. I tried to help build the brand sustainable without me. It was never really about me, but all that being together, it was best for me to step away,
That's completely fair, man. I gotta say, I'm all about promoting positivity, right?
Yeah.
That's what this channel is all about. We collaborate, we work together. There's all different walks of life from all different states, all different parts of the nation on screen right now, and that is why I love seeing what you're doing with the round robins. And like social media has pretty much put on blast, the round robins are synonymous with Laray Jenkins. It's something that is part of who you are. Your legacy has been stamped, in my opinion, with that. And I would personally hate to see somebody try to take what you've created, or at least the energy you put forth, and contort it in a way that's not meant to be.
Right.
Right. You know, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to blow the lid off it, because in all positive, you know, in the spirit of positivity,
Yeah.
like you've grown the sport, got more eyes in the sport in the last year than many North American promoters. You know, you brought in multiple communities that would never have actually communicated with each other. I mean, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think some group chats have started because of your events.
Yep.
You know, the people who got connected across the state lines that never would have communicated with each other unless they were at like a nationals, maybe. They were communicating with each other.
The goal was to get the best from all parts of North America, not just the United States, right? You know, because I'm down here in the South. We can go to a tournament, and Cody will be there, and Hunter will be there. But like, what about the Romans, and what about the guys from up the Northeast and the Northwest and Southwest? You know, I want everybody, because I do remember a time where the national championship meant something, right? And if you were somebody, you were going to be there. Doesn't matter where, you were going to be there. And there was no, I'm not going to that. No, if you were a bad dude, you were going to the tournaments. And we don't get to see that anymore. So that was the inspiration behind it. And, it's going to continue. It will. A lot of people don't understand how hard it is to be a promoter, man. It's not easy.
Yep.
You sacrifice a lot of time, and
Yep.
Just for example, the December event, dude. Do you know how hard it is to keep up with 500 people?
Yeah.
A year ahead of time.
I couldn't even imagine. Listen, I have one event a year, and I'm on my 4th year doing it. My next one's gonna be my 5th year, and that was stressful enough as it is.
Yeah.
And I've spoken to Steve a few times about it, and it is. I hats off to you guys. Steve's also a promoter of the sport as well as a participant. Hats off to you guys, because your jobs is not easy in any way or form. It does take a certain level of personality, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, and sacrifice, family time, life. You got to put things to the side just to make your vision happen a reality. So hats off.
It's tough, man. You get off work.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, Steve. Sorry about that, buddy.
No, go ahead. Finish up, man. You're good. You're good.
No, I was just elaborating, man. Like I said, I work a regular job, so when I'm coming home, I have to put that time into. Well, if I don't promote today, what. That runs through my head, right? There's never enough. A lot of people probably get tired of my Facebook posts because I'm constantly promoting, man. I'm constantly making graphics, videos.
Yep.
I just want the sport to grow, and anything I can do extra, if it's a graphic to promote somebody, or if it's, a dream match that I want to see. Y'all probably seen the Auden Landon match that I proposed today. I want to see things like that, so it's always running through my head, man.
Yeah, man.
Battle of the teenagers.
I'm gonna say it right now. I don't know if he'll watch. Devin, get in my DMs. Let's make that match happen. We will make it happen, whatever it costs. We don't care. We don't care. We got the people to back that. We want that match to happen, because Landon Anderson, if you don't know, you better know. Landon Anderson will be a name for many decades. I don't know another 19-year-old that has wins over Brandon Elsesser, Austin Jaggers, Robbie Russell, Adam Warzinski. Find me another one.
That's some epic accolades right there, man.
He's 19. He's crazy, man. It's insane.
No
He
shit.
just needs a shot, man.
It's true. What were you about to say, Steve?
No, I was saying, it's not easy being a promoter. And I agree 100%. Having to be in contact with all these guys and message them all the time and promoting all the time. I wake up in the morning, probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock, or even thinking about through the night to see what I'm going to post in the morning, what event, make sure I'm not going to miss anything, make sure every week that I'm going to something. It's like you said, it's a lot of time, money, blood, shed, tears, everything to be in, 100% really. If you want to do it, it's more. I mean, you have to live it every single, day and night. It's not like a thing that you can shut off, I would say. I mean, it's something that you really have to make sure you're doing this day and night. That's what I do. You guys see it every single day. I'm posting something every single time, midday, at night, to show something different, or to make sure to remind you what's going to be happening or what's going to go on, to it's constant every single day.
Tell them how hard it is competing while you're promoting.
I'll tell you this much. I don't compete at my promotions. I can't.
It's ridiculously hard.
I can't because I only want to devote myself to the competitors. And I want to so bad. I fucking want to so bad. And I fucking love the medals I fucking create. So that's the reason why I want to, I got a bunch of medals. Yeah. They're not mine that I won. You know what I mean? It's the ones I created for everybody else, but I want to fucking win one of my fucking medals. Like I put a lot in them, so you know how it is, man. It's you almost have to make that decision from the beginning. And that's what I did is to make sure that I put everything into the competitors at the time, everything into the tournament, promoting it 100% and knowing that because I'm announcing at the same time too. So it's just, I would hate to them to not get my devotion and make sure that they know that I'm putting 100% into them. And and I have to be in this different zone when I'm fucking competing, bro. I'm fucking at 100%. It's not even like it's hard for me to switch. I kind of have to grow into that mode to ready to get on the fucking table. And I can't do that while I'm talking and promoting and I'm having to go on the table next. And then I'm seeing my name go up. Nah, I wouldn't be able to do that on the fucking brackets. Now I don't.
It's hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think.
I've done it, man, and it is. You juggle a million things in your head. Like I'm like you, man. I feel like I'm like a perfectionist. So like I try to do everything myself. Like I'll be announcing and I'll be like, here, give me the camera. I want the camera. And then it'd be my match. I'm like, here, take the camera. I got to go compete now. I'm up there winning and I'm coming back. And it's a lot, man. It is.
I'm laughing because that's me at every one of my barbecues. You can ask Steve how I was. I needed Steve to remind me to go take a shower.
Yeah, because it was time and I'm sitting there and everybody's there and he's still walking around and I'm like, buddy, he's like, yeah. I was like, shower. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like,
I will say though, I think, because I did that, right or wrong, I may lose at my own tournament, but when I go to a tournament that isn't mine, I feel like it's nothing because I'm doing so much at mine and I'm used to doing so much. When I actually go to a tournament, I can focus. It's like,
dude, I drink a little bit. It's different. It's so different. Like I actually sip on something and eat food. And when I'm at my tournament, you don't see me eat shit at all, anything until the end when everyone's leaving, pretty much.
I actually remember one of your last events, Steve. Your wife had to actually hand you a plate and said, "Eat this now," because you would look like you're about to pass out.
Because I stand up and I'm standing up from, I want to say probably the setup 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning till I remember Battle of the Tri-State was till 9:30. You know what I mean? So and then this one ended up really quick though. This one was on I think only till maybe 4:30, something like that. Maybe 5 was New York Arm Wars. But even then, if you do it, if you're really thinking about it, and you see me on the live camera, I don't sit down for 9 hours. So I'm sitting there announcing, talking, doing the brackets, making sure it's a lot more than you think that you have to do. And especially, I go fucking nuts. I love everybody competing, but in general, when I see my guys compete, like Garrett or Sam, they hear my fucking voice when they compete. They know who's fucking screaming. Dan, same thing with you. You hear me. Everybody knows when I'm there for them, 100%. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah,
I love it, man. I mean, I love it. I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? If I didn't love it, man, I'll tell you that much because 100%. So.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, Laray.
Yep.
I just wanted to tell everybody that if they want to follow what you're up to, check out down in the description below the links to Laray's social media platforms, his Facebook and YouTube channel. Check out what he's got coming up, what he's got going on. The man's is a true visionary. As I stated earlier on Facebook,
the best round you can think of. Go to Laray Jenkins' page. 100%.
Yeah.
You have to take a look to see what he's doing. It's top-notch stuff. Like he said, I think he's going to be the gatekeeper to East First West. I think is what people. I don't think if anybody sees it, but that's what I see, and I applaud you for that, my man. Because
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
That's what I see.
And okay, so let's get into the next segment of this podcast, because this is why we have these other gentlemen on screen with us.
Okay.
Part of actually one of the inspirations that created this was actually an earlier conversation last year that you and I had about having a state team battle.
Yes, sir.
And this gentleman that's on the other side of me, joining me, Steve, helped birth this here on this show. We are going to be taking a bunch of the New York City tri-state area athletes from all across the Northeast over to Montana to show some mountain boys where it's at. Some country folk, some city slickers are going to show
how to get it done.
How to get it done. So, do you know the Montana arm wrestling scene? Are you familiar with it?
You know, not overly familiar. I've had conversations with Montana. Is it Montana Armbender?
Yeah. Montana Armbender.
I've had conversations with him, you know, about possibly me coming up one event for a match or something. But no, like, I don't know too much. Is that where I'm trying to think of dude's name? Man, I'm blanking right now. I'm really blanking.
What's his name? I'll tell you right now. He was on with us last time, and we were trying to do something Canada versus United States, and we were kind of still talking about it. But
is that where that Hunter kid's from? Hunter Bratton,
Alberta.
Oh, okay.
You talking about Alberta or Great Falls, Montana?
Is he from Montana?
I think he's from Montana. I think Hunter is from Montana.
Yeah.
So you know we got a couple of their guys actually starting to talk some shit from Montana too.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
They
seem very fiery because they were talking shit to some of the South guys and were like, "All right, guys, calm down here."
Yeah, they don't even know what's coming to them, man. They're gonna have their asses whooped, bro. They're gonna, you know. I already see that. I mean, especially you can take a look at Garrett. You know what I mean, Garrett's an absolute fucking monster, man. They didn't even know. They didn't even know that he was 154. They had to actually ask me again if he was a 154 guy that we had to weigh him. I said, my dude, I'm telling you right now, he's 154. He's probably even less than that. I said, so I'm telling you right now. I said, you know, he's a lot bigger. And then same thing with Sam Mitchell. He's gigantic. He's a fucking monster. I seen him compete one after another. So when you see him, and he can go into a hook, he can fucking press you, he's an absolute fucking monster. 165, you guys are gonna have your fucking hands full, my man. I can't.
What weights are y'all taking over there?
All the way from 154 all the way up to the heavies. So
every 10 pounds.
150, 165, 176, 187, 198, all the way up.
So how many total matches?
I think it's about 10.
That's
10
dope.
or 11, because we also have a women's match too.
Well, yeah, 11, probably 11.
That's dope.
10 people, or is it right and left?
So that's going to be decided on you guys if you want to pull. Some guys already decided that they only want to pull left or right.
Mm-hmm.
So like Aiden's only going to pull left.
Okay.
You know, so
but there's 10 competitors.
Yeah, 10 competitors.
Yeah.
So matches will probably be more. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing is too is that we're doing this for a $5,000 pot here. So
yes, sir.
By any chance, you know what I mean, which we're gonna win. So when we win the money,
of course,
$500, you know, a piece, you know, to whatever they want, you know. And
how do y'all? Because I'm trying to figure out that concept because that's a cool concept. Because I talked to Dan before, and dude, this is a great idea. How do y'all come up with that plot exactly?
So
sponsors or buy-ins?
Sponsors, you know, buy-ins and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's really as much as promotion as we can. Because I'm not only doing that, I'm getting a mansion for the guys. It's going to be a 16+ mansion for the guys that we're going to stay at an Airbnb. It's absolutely beautiful. Guys, you've seen it, Sam, Garrett, Dan.
Gorgeous. Awesome.
You know what I mean? It's going to be gorgeous. You know what I mean? It's and we're going to have a camera crew, same thing. That's going to be full. So now today, I just found out, we'll be doing everybody's meeting up here at my house. We have filming everything from here, so you guys can leave the cars here, and then we'll be driving from here to the airport in a bus, pretty much. But it'll be a party bus, so either a limousine or a party bus. Everything's going to be filmed, so this is going to be like a reality show that leads up to a super match series.
Y'all got it going on.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be recorded from there, going to the airport, on the airplane. We already have 2 or 3 girls that are going to be recording, taking pictures, everything, the whole nine. We're going to be live streaming some of the stuff too as well. So you can see that. We're going to be inside the mansion recording, having all that stuff done too. We're going to, what is it called again? Not a waterfall.
Hot Spring.
There
Hot
we go.
Spring.
Thank you. We're going to Hot Springs, which is nice. You know, it's going to be beautiful there too. But in the place in the mansion we're staying is going to be mountains all over. You know, so I can't wait, man. It's going to be beautiful.
I'm excited because they actually have like a Pac-Man game. They got a shuffleboard, a hot tub.
Yeah, jacuzzi, everything.
Yeah, jacuzzi's gonna be awesome. Little fire pit. You know, it's got everything you would ever want. You know, at an arm wrestling, pretty much event that you could just relax and kick your feet back, and all you gotta do is arm wrestle and be yourself.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
fun.
Guys, go get. You know what I mean? You're just exactly what it is. Just be yourselves, and this is going to be more like a show, like I said, that leads up to a super match series. But in general, I can't wait to see the matches, man. The matches that are going to be ridiculous. I already know what Sam can do, and Gary and Dan too. Dan's an absolute beast. So it's they're not light. You know what I mean? They don't. It's when I see them with the battle, it's with somebody. You know what I mean? It's because they're at that top level. I mean, they're not even anywhere near close to that when they're talking about with like in a tournament. I want to say like actually nationals. You know what I mean? Like we're setting up a super match. It's going to be versus John and Garrett. What happened at nationals? You know, and was it Pennsylvania, New Jersey?
Pennsylvania.
So I think Garrett was second and John was first.
John
Hanowski.
Yeah.
Hanowski.
Yeah, I pulled John.
Yeah, John's
a monster.
John's a monster, bro. You know what I mean?
I was lucky enough to beat him.
Yeah, I was gonna say you pulled him left and right.
I pulled him right-handed.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't really pull left-handed.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast, left and right hand. He's an absolute monster. And Garrett, you can attest for this that he's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
John's a beast.
Yeah. But at the same time, when you see him in a tournament, like you said, and that's why we do the round robins, why I agree with that too. But I want to see him fresh for fresh. You know what I mean?
Nope.
I want to see because they're both pulling at the same time, nationals, so anything can happen at any time. I've seen Garrett beat Chris Michaels after Chris Michaels went up against Josh at 198. So I've seen a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Talking about Garrett, you know what I mean? So, and that's what happens. But I want to see that fresh for fresh because John's an absolute fucking monster. But Garrett's no fucking slump. I mean, Garrett's an absolute beast. I mean, he's earned his. He's Vermont's Shield champion. I mean, he's been holding it for the last 2-3 years now.
It's been almost a year.
Almost a year. So it's been said. I've seen him. He's an absolute beast. And Sam at Vermont, you go back and forth. Chris, you beat Chris a little bit more than So it's, and I know Chris is an absolute beast. He's beat Josh Grant's been at WAL and won, so these are all guys that are top level fucking guys that have a name for themselves already. So it's not like you say the name and you're like, who's he? No, you probably tell you they ripped up with him before or he's won at one of your tournaments before. You know what I mean? So
that's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Maybe after y'all go to Montana and whoop their ass, maybe we could set up some Tennessee and
yeah, man, I like that.
That would be epic.
I know you got some serious guys over there, man.
Yeah, man.
You got some mountains there. The Blue Ridge Mountains around there, right? So you got a different set of mountains.
Yeah, dude. We could go to Gatlinburg, bro, and get a big old cabin like y'all are talking about. Same top deal.
Nice.
There you go. I like it. We also got the Brian Parliament from Canada, Alberta. He said he's telling us we need to come up to Canada. That's all.
We already talked about.
Let's do it.
I'm waiting for them to say something because I already said something to Brian. So I'm whenever once somebody starts talking to me about it, I'm ready. That's what literally brought on the Montana. Montana guys got back to me. We spoke back and forth, and the ball started rolling, and the ball didn't stop. You know what I mean? So you tell me something, Brian, and as soon as you want to do something, you let me know, man. I'm ready. Just like Laray's doing something right now. If he's ready, if you're ready, you know what I mean? I'm always on the run, man. I got one tournament after another every single fucking month. I'm doing it either with somebody else or my own or super matches. So,
dude, I'm serious. We can make something happen next year, man, for real. Because, just in East Tennessee alone, all within an hour radius, dude, we have 8 people that are ranked top 20.
No
in
shit.
like every weight class. So like we could do something serious, man.
Yeah, man, that'd be
Sounds
great.
like fun to me.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That'd be
That
great.
sounds like fun to me. And I gotta say, Laray, just so you know, I don't know if you remember the name of the guy who I told you should get in contact with. This is him.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, Steve is the
Okay,
guy I mentioned all that time ago.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Are we friends on Facebook?
Yeah, I think we're friends on Facebook because I just
Okay.
seen your post just before with just now with Larry, and
Yeah.
so I just seen everything. Yeah, I just
Okay.
seen. I didn't know if that was your post, but I just saw that somebody posted that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But you were
Well-
talking about it, I was like, yeah, it had to be him then.
We'll have to get in the messages and see if we can work something out.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely down, man. Whenever you guys are ready, I'm good. What's up, Aiden? What's going on, my
Aiden's in the house.
guys?
He's
my
joined
pressing
in.
buddy? What's going on,
How's
my
it
fucking
going?
presser?
So nice to see you guys tonight.
We got the light crew representing it from 187 down.
Yep.
You know,
Or
in
198
representing
down, or 187.
190. Well, no, you're gonna be
187
representing
down.
187
Yeah, 187 down.
Yeah.
in Montana for the Montana trip.
Yep.
You know, I gotta tell you, I'm excited. Aiden, thank you for joining us, man.
Oh my God.
Tell us what
happy
you're
to-
excited about.
I'm really excited for this. I don't know who they're gonna throw at me, but I've been surveying the Montana scene. I'm really excited. There's a few guys that look very enticing for me to pull. I've got some other stuff going on until then. My schedule's pretty. I've got that event. I've got Steve's event, the Supermatch event at New York State's that I've got, and then I've got New England's, and then I'm going to be resting for like a little bit over a month for this Montana event. I don't know. I've got so much stuff going on, and I'm really excited for it.
Nice. I'm excited for you, dude. If whatever you want to bring up, whatever this weekend, Dan, I'm ready because I got a couple things I want to show somebody for this weekend.
You go ahead, bring that up now, and
All
then
right.
I wanted to circle back on Montana in a moment.
Okay, so we're the 10th annual New York State Championships is going to be at the end of this month. We're setting up the super matches. I can't wait. One of my favorite guys that I love the way he fucking presses is on right now with me, which he knows. Aiden,
I do other stuff too. Come on, man.
Look, I don't give a shit about your other stuff. Okay, I know what you can do. I just like the way
It's
you.
really sad when I top roll.
Either way, it's gonna be sick. Not only is it gonna be sick before the tournament, it's gonna be on Saturday. We're doing the super matches at Pizza Pub. Garrett also is taking on John. That's where he's taking him on, which is gonna be an absolute fucking beast of a match. I can't wait to see that shit. You know what I mean? Because they're absolute monsters, both of them. And Aiden's going against Wade Roberts. Wade Roberts actually just won his class, I think, at 220. Am I right on that one, Aiden? I don't know if you left. But, yeah, Wade Roberts is an absolute monster, too. They've been going back and forth.
Sorry about that.
I was going to say, didn't Wade Roberts just win his in the tournament?
Wade didn't pull lefty.
Okay.
He was much smarter than me. I decided to pull lefty, but I didn't really have a whole lot of competition in that class, so I'm not too worried. I'm feeling pretty fresh right now, actually. I feel like it was a good warm up. 2 weeks out, you can kind of still go a little bit hard, and then from there on out, you want to slowly decrease that weight and that pressure. But I'm feeling really good right now. I have a lot of options for this match. I think I could top roll, I could press. The thing is he's quite slow, and it really gives me quite an advantage. I know he's a good bit stronger than me though.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I actually 100% agree with that. I think he's a little bit stronger, but I think you're a lot quicker. So and I think the advantage, you know what I mean? So I don't know where it's going to go. I've seen it where it went before. I know you just actually, what was it, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, you just went up against him and actually lost, right? Correctly?
Yeah. Actually, Sam, what do you think about this match? I know you're someone who pulls us both and pretty frequently, I guess, considering weight classes and stuff like that.
So how many rounds was it?
5.
It's best of 5.
Best of 5. I mean, I think you got him on those early rounds for sure. I think he can really tie you up possibly in the later rounds. Because like you said, he is a little slower off the start. So I feel like he's going to find that stop. That's my opinion. But I also train with the guy, so I can't
So
can't give anything away.
Yeah.
He's coming in strong. I know that.
He's going for Wade, if you want to know, Aiden. Just so if you know.
It sounds like you're thinking it's going to be a close match, Wade 3-2, something like that. I think that's very fair. I think what a lot of people aren't considering is that there is a 195 weight cap, and that Wade was 219 with his clothes on at Mass States, and I think that's really going to drain him. 2 weeks out, cutting 20 pounds isn't an easy task, and I think I just think that heavily swings things in my favor. I didn't know he was that far off, but now that I do know that, I think it gives me a big advantage.
We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see, but I just want to see the match. Honestly, I don't even want to talk any more shit. I just want to see the fucking match because it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good, man, because that's if he figures you out in time. You know what I mean? If he figures you out in time, then I think it might go Wade's way. That's if he figures you out in time. You know what I mean? So I don't know how it's going to go. I think it's going to be a great fucking match. But either way, we have Cam Dennett versus Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is new and upcoming. He just started pulling pros, but he is an absolute fucking monster. If you guys don't know Caleb Johnson, he's a beast coming up. He pulls 198 left and right. He's been doing great. Cam pulls pretty much left and right all the time. He just pulled Captain Pretentious and Winter Blast last this last year? This last actually few months ago. So, but I think it's going to be a good match. We'll see what happens between both of them. You know what I mean? So they're both a decent match, I think, actually. But then I have Tim Clark versus David Nicobots. You pulled David, haven't you, Garrett, before or no?
No, I haven't pulled him.
David's an absolute beast, man. He's got like a double pump pretty much. He's fast off the start if you can catch him, if you can catch him, you know what I mean? But he's got that double pump where he pulls you down pretty fast. And then Tim Clark, he's been in the game for a bit now, and he's got a decent amount of strength. That's if he can catch him, same thing with Tim Clark. I think he's got a little bit
Tim's
more.
got some sticky spots, man. He's got some spots where I've seen him just sit there, hold comfortably. So, even with power hits coming his way, he's been able to hold. That's could definitely be an interesting match.
Yeah.
Tim, is he he's been in it a while, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's been
That
in
name
it.
sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Tim Clark, he's been in it for a long time.
Yep.
And David's new. He's young. I don't want to say he's new to the sport, but he's young. You know what I mean? And
He's fairly new. He's fairly new. I think
he's fairly new to the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a Georgianian kid, but I'm sure in Georgia they do that. Like as we get up in the morning, go to the bathroom. They arm wrestle every single fucking day. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's the same thing. But we'll see what happens with that match. It's going to be pretty good. And then Ethan Sherritt versus Sergio Lisboa. Sergio's an absolute fucking monster, man. He can hold you straight center if he wants to, depending who hits, but in general, he's a very, very strong. He just started pulling 154 pros recently. He's an absolute beast. And Ethan Sherritt, you guys pulled Ethan Sherritt before. You pulled Ethan Sherritt before, right, Garrett?
Yeah, he started training with us a little over a year ago, but then he changed clubs. But yeah, he's pretty strong.
Yeah, I would say I've seen him. Last competition I think was Vermont when I seen you there too.
Yeah.
Matt Bush was there too as well. I think he's just started pulling pros too. So those guys that are upcoming there, they started pulling pros. They're absolutely monsters. So I want to see what's going to happen. I don't know if Ethan started pulling pros himself, which I think he should by now because he's right there with Matt. So Matt started pulling pros. Matt should have started pulling pros a while too because he's an absolute beast too. Those guys are way beyond amateurs. You know what I mean, they're fucking monsters. They really are. But and last but not least, which is going to be I think it's probably going to be one of the best matches, is going to be Bigfoot versus Roger Learned. So Roger,
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun match.
yeah, man, that's going to be a really, really good match, man. So
Because Bigfoot's got that long ass lever, but Roger's got that strong inside.
yeah,
So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's gonna be a battle of the styles right there.
yeah, that's really what it's going to be. You know, I think he's going to have trouble. Same thing with his lever, trying to get his grip all the way up there and keep him there, because Bigfoot's got he'll hold you center right there, you know, and I don't know how much trouble Roger's going to have with him. You know, I mean, I'm going to try to put him in the hook, but I seen, you know, Bigfoot even at Pandemonium, you know, he was holding guys a lot bigger than him, and even if you hold him in the hook, it didn't seem like anybody could really do anything with them. So I see a really good match between those guys. But in general, with those matches being, if we get match of the night, so depending on whoever gets the match of the night, gets these 2 free sleeves. So the competitors get a free sleeve for each for having a match of the night. You know what I mean? So that'll be just something extra. But what I love, nothing but most, these are the super match rings that you guys will be getting.
Oh shit! Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'm a clean.
I like some bling.
There you go. There you go. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Love it. Love it. I say some of the most creative and most enjoyable awards come out of this man. He's been only promoting his first year at it, and it's like he's been hitting out of the park when it comes to that. So that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say before Steve, I've never seen anyone do rings before.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
When we did the New York Smoke Supermatch series, that was everybody was in red, so I had to do red. It was just
of course, you gotta do a ruby red.
Yeah, and everything that I have that's Battle of Tri-State was red. New York Tri-state Armwrestling's red. You know, everything pretty much. Even the jerseys that I got the guys there were all red, white, and black. They were fucking sick. I still wear mine as my jersey when I compete. I mean, I fucking love that. They were expensive.
Of course.
Believe me, they were great fucking jerseys.
So I'm excited for it. I definitely am excited. I wish I could make it up there. I was planning on it, but I just wasn't going to be able to do it. It's going to be exciting though to see live stream. Where are you going to be able to see it stream?
It's going to be on my Facebook, so it's going to be Steve Fernandez. So look on there. It's going to be live streaming through there. Always, all my events, everything's on there. And not only that, I always do free food. So anybody that wants to, that it's going to be at the place. We're actually going to be at Pizza Pub outside. There's a beautiful deck and everything. So we're going to have something there. And there's going to be free food, obviously free pizza and everything else, you know, for the competitors and the spectators. And there's going to be weigh-ins actually that night. It's going to be from 5 to 8. And we're doing this with James Reed. You know, so James Reed is pretty much that put this all together to do the whole New York Tri-State area to bring everybody together. So it's going to be Easy Rollers, American Arm Wrestler, which is James Reed, and I want to say it was Urban Arm Wrestling and Empire Arms. And pretty much everybody that we're doing, you know, everybody from New York is pretty much everything all together. They're helping us ref. Chuck Bartow's helping me ref. We're gonna have hopefully, we're trying to get somebody else to do roughing too as well. But there's gonna be a bunch of guys there. I think Steve Black's gonna do some weigh-ins or whatever, or James gonna be there doing some weigh-ins too as well. But speaking of James too, and speaking of the fair that's gonna be on the next day, and the tournament's gonna be Sunday the next day. Any and every puller that's gonna be on my super match that day pulls for free on one arm, and then the other arm they have to pay for. So they get to pull for free for one arm, and they just, you know what I mean, pay for the other. So if you're pulling left and right, you're only paying for right. Get left and for free. If you get match of the night, you get the free sleeves. If you win, you give them those fucking beautiful fucking rings. You eat fucking free pizza at the place. You have a good fucking time. You guys know what I'm all about, man. I'm all about, you know what I mean, doing everything fucking better, you know, and enjoying the sport, you know, at the same time. So
you get taken care of there. definitely. I can speak to the food is good too. It's not. It ain't like going to McDonald's or shit like that. This is some good gourmet cooking, good quality food.
My wife cooks the food. That's why she's
Yeah.
chicken cutlets and the rice and all the empanadas. Now she's the one that cooks everything. So this is going to be like the pizza place. You know what I mean? So
The pizza place food, and I've eaten there. Their food is good. They have this
the ratings
amazing pizza.
Yep.
They got great meatballs. Oh my god, some of the best meatballs I think I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah.
So
good place. The reviews are great. It looks like a really nice place too, and that's what James was telling me too. And that they have great food. He's been doing there for years. Obviously it's his 10th annual. So he's been doing this for 10 years now. So it's nothing but good stuff from what I've been hearing. And dude, shout out to James Reed. I just got this shit from his last event, which was the beach battles. Beach Battles 5.
Oh, yeah.
Battle of the
Beach.
Battle of the Beach 5. So he's been doing it for already 5 years. JJ Jackson won the harpoon, which was sick.
Nice.
He was building, doing all that stuff, dude. I got so much different he has so much fucking merchandise, bro. Look at this. Everything's got sleeves off.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
Yeah, he had a lot of merchandise there too. So I got it for a lot. I got some stuff for my girl, I got some stuff for myself. He's got a lot of
Steve, I gotta tell you, man. So after Laray, after we finish Montana, we gotta go up to Canada. When we go to Canada, we're gonna go down to Laray. But after we hit up Laray and we, take Laray's arms away from him, we gotta go down to Arizona because Tim Talmadge is telling us that Arizona State's waiting for us as well. So we got a lineup waiting for us, man.
All right, so we'll go from state to state. You guys got to come to us too. I can't be hopping every state to state. It's going to cost me a fortune from doing, Yeah. Also, we know too is Montana's actually coming to New York. So this is going to be a super match series that's going to be actually filmed, live streamed and everything else. It's going to go from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're coming to New York. We're doing the same thing. It's going to be at a venue, at a hotel. I do all my venues and everything at hotels and stuff. So it's always a really good professional feeling, when you get everything out of this. So it's going to be good. And I think we're doing this at a pub casino where we're doing it in Montana. These guys have top-notch production. It's going to be they used from ESPN and UFC. So as far as we know, and as far as we've seen with Mabel and all the production is top of the line. We're going to do it. We're going to tweak it just a little bit more, make it a little bit better, bringing our guys there, pretty much.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty riled up right now because Brian Parliament is telling me that they had a cakewalk, for the most part from Canada coming down to, Montana. They had an easy time. And, some of the guys that they pulling over there, doesn't sound too scary because we got this guy, Kevin Roy, Playboy Roy, out of, Montana. He's at the 176. He's originally from Maine. We're going to remind him why he should never have left the East Coast in the first place, man. Because he's calling both Sam Mitchell and myself. He's thinking he could take us both on a doubleheader.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
No way.
That's
Who's he beat?
That's too much.
Who's he beat?
I think
I was looking. I couldn't
might
find who he's
be,
beaten. That's good.
I
didn't see
think
anyone
he
that
might
worried me.
just be saying-
He said, who did he beat? I couldn't find anybody that was good.
What were you saying, Nathan?
I was just saying. I think he was just being sarcastic. And who's that quote from?
Chael
He was-
Sonnen.
Yeah. He was doing the Chael Sonnen quote. I think he just
Who,
wants
me?
to sound cool.
I've probably heard it. Yeah.
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 But I don't think reasonably he would challenge you both.
I mean, he's throwing it out there. I don't know if he's bitten off more than he could chew, or if he's being serious. If he's trying to wear, Montana as a badge.
I don't think he's even going to be able to beat Garrett. Are you fucking kidding me? So I don't even know what is he talking about beating Sam or Dan. You know what I mean? So I don't even.
Hey, Garrett got me last week.
Garrett's
that was left.
dude.
Yeah.
Garrett will
After
pull
you're worn
a
out.
guy that's 198.
Sorry, what?
That was lefty after you were worn out.
I can't remember how. Eric did do a number on me, but still.
You know what I love about Garrett is that he's so fucking humble and honest, bro. He'll tell you exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. Even at Pandemonium, after he fucking beat every fucking body, and he's still so fucking honorable to say, people were asking him, like, yeah, so you beat Chris Michael. He goes, right after he went up against 198 with Josh Grant for and everybody that was there saw that. And I was there and I saw that. So for you just being like that, Garrett, that's why, I mean, that was one of the reasons that I asked you to come with us to Montana, man, honestly.
But I kudos to Garrett because I witnessed him beat Santiago Balsamo, who's a world champion from South America.
From Argentina.
From Argentina. This guy is a Argentine, South American champ, Pan American champ, world champ. So this guy's got multiple.
Jason
Vale tournament. I watched him beat, and I had the pleasure of facing him afterwards after he had like a couple of wars. Dude's got some strength. Some serious strength in him. So kudos. I'm excited to see what he does. You can lay the smackdown on those Montana boys.
Bro, I'm telling you, they have no idea what they have coming for them. They're going to look at Garrett. They're going to look at Sam. They're going to be like, where the fuck did they get these guys from? And then they're going to look at Dan, and Dan doesn't even look like too much. Grip up with Dan and see what fucking happens, bro. Grip up with Dan. I've seen him go against guys that are over 200 pounds easily. One of them I want to say was it Steve Zell, and we were at the Buffalo Wild Wings. He was weighing what? I want to say at least 225.
Yeah, about 215, 225, give or take, somewhere in that.
He's solid. He's a solid puller.
I felt at the Jason Vale, you've gotten a lot better within the last year since the Winter Blast 2023. You felt really strong. Your hand, wrist, arm, everything.
Yeah.
Well, I there's a man on the screen right now I have to thank for that. His name is Sam Mitchell. He lit a fire into my ass. My first semi-pro tournament. I got humbled by that man back in, what was it? I think 2022. It was Keystones. And was it 2022? 2021 maybe?
2021. Get your facts
2021.
right.
2021, yeah, 2021. Because I
so
taken first.
Fucking awards do you have, Sam? My God, bro. Are you kidding me?
Got a few.
Jesus, dude. That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, so back then he humbled me, and I had to learn a lot more about arm wrestling because that was my first time jumping off from amateur to the pro division.
I think that's the same for me, actually. Like, that was my last time not pulling anything but pro. And I knew because the level at Keystone is just insane. I pulled the pro there, and I pulled Paul Talbot, somebody else, and then I pulled Brian Malik. That was a bad draw. It was a 187 class. I'm just 160 something. So it was a bit of a rough day there.
Yeah, the time that I seen that, I started talking to Sam, and I seen that what he can do was I think it was at Vermont. Garrett's, I think it was at your tournament, Garrett, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember Sam was sitting there, and I started talking to him. This is right after he started pulling. He pulled, I don't even know how many classes, man. And then he pulled Chris. And then I talked to Chris, and I was like, Chris, how many times have you pulled Sam? He goes, dude, every single time I fucking pull Sam, he goes, I barely get one on him. He goes, today? He goes, I was so fucking, oh my God. So
I think I gave him a little motivation. He's been coming. He's just like each time, just a little bit stronger. I'm like, oh no.
Chris
He's coming for me.
Absolutely. He was an absolute beast. So when he
showing up
that about Sam, I was like, I gotta just talk to him to see what he's all about. Fucking great guy. We're sitting there, bought him some fucking food, we're eating there, just chilling out, talking, and stay there in the back of my fucking mind. Then we seen him again. I think it was at Pandemonium.
Yeah, I went down there.
Yep, then I seen you again at Pandemonium. Same thing with Garrett, seen him there too. Watching these guys pull and who they pull and how long they pull is just Montana's going to have their hands full, bro. They're not going to be able to, hold these guys as long as they think they can. These guys can hold it for as long as they fucking want, dude. And it's
Mhm.
gonna be a problem for them. They're not gonna realize, you know, how big and how bad they're gonna fucking lose. You know what I mean? Just because them coming out and calling out like I'll take fucking Sam and Dan. Are you fucking mind? You couldn't take Garrett. And he's fucking what the fuck are you talking about? You know, it's gonna be a wake up call, I think, for them. You know, so yeah, I can't wait for these matches, man. Really can't wait for these matches.
It's going to be the best matches Montana's seen since the Canadian invasion.
Yeah,
You know, I gotta say, those Canadians, they know how to arm wrestle pretty well.
they do. Yeah,
They know how to arm wrestle pretty well. I mean, we got one of them in the chat. I mean, other than Neil, we got John Terrian in the chat.
John
saying what's up.
Fucking monster, dude. I seen John.
Absolute beast.
Yep.
We also let's see who else we got in the chat.
I actually think he's pulling Hunter soon, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Hunter Knox. I think that the match is happening in the not so distant future.
You put that together, Laray? Oh, okay.
No, that's in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a fucking match, man. That's gonna be a really good match. After
Hunter's also pulling.
Oh,
Arnold
yeah?
Davis.
Nah, that's gonna be good.
yeah, that's gonna be really good. That's gonna be really good. You know what I mean? I can't. Hunter's. I didn't realize how much of a fucking beast he is till I seen him at East vs West, like there, right in front of me, competing. And bro, I seen John compete too at Winter Blast, you know, at his super match. So I seen both of them at two different super matches, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love John. John's a great puller, man. He's strong as fucking hell and everything else. But I'm gonna call Hunter on that one, man. I'm sorry to say. I mean, Hunter's an absolute monster. He's been fucking killing everybody at that weight class and even more. So it's just but either way, you know, I don't. We'll see what happens. It's going to be, you know, we'll see what happens because they have, you know, different styles. Styles will tell everything. I mean, so we'll see what happens.
I think the difference is Hunter. They're going to meet at 76, and I mean, let's be honest. John will probably be
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Because John's really
Hunter
good at
will
cutting,
not,
man.
you know.
Yeah. That's what's going to be really good for John. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad for John. Depends on how, you know what I mean? Because it depends how his weight cut goes and how he does it. It's just that for a fact that John can go and get his weight back within a fucking day or two and all his weight is ridiculous. You know,
Are you sure that's 76 and not 85? Oh,
I was told today on the phone by the promoter
well,
at 76. Yeah.
No better than me.
Damn. John at 176. He hasn't been that weight for some time now.
Yeah, I was kind of like, holy crap, they're
That's
cutting
insanity.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Shout out to Kunal. He was saying what's up earlier, and he was looking at your mushroom haircut, Aiden. He said it was beautiful and stuff.
I really don't want to fucking talk about it. Did you hear about it, Steve? Did you hear about it, Steve? Yusuf and Callie did this to me.
Are you kidding me?
God.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's not that bad from the front, but the back. Oh my god, I look like a Jedi without the rat tail.
Yeah, it looks like a cut from like 1994. You know what I mean? Something like that.
It's
not
good old-fashioned bowl cut. So you put the bowl right in the head and you just do the shaver.
Don't move. You know.
I guess I can't make fun of Matt Wilds for his haircut anymore. Is what I
No, definitely not. Definitely not. After
screwed up my beard today. Just went in with the razor, so it got short.
It's okay. Learning lessons for all of us.
Shout out
I also wanted
to Troy's in the
shout out. We got Martin in the chat from the High Five Club. What's up, guys? We got Troy Bounced out of Lethal Arms, Pennsylvania. And we have probably one of the biggest fans out of the Northeast of arm wrestling, Carolyn Looms. If you don't know her name, look her up. That woman is on every freaking social media platform following arm wrestling to the point where I think she's actually starting to arm wrestle, at least trained to arm wrestle. I don't know. She got bit by the bug as a spectator. She's like the ultimate fan. Love it.
Nice.
Thank you for tuning in. I don't know if I missed anyone else in the chat. Steve, if you see anybody I missed, please let me know.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, guys. I know I got here pretty recently, but I got to get going soon. I was only able to join for like 30 minutes.
No problem.
Listen, you're always welcome on the show, man. You always just reach out to me. Happy to have you on. Happy to be with you. In Montana, we're gonna go ahead and destroy them, man. Make sure that left is ready.
I'm
Make sure that left is ready.
All right, I will. Nice to talk to you guys.
I'll see you this weekend, Aiden.
All right, bye-bye.
Later, buddy.
So, gentlemen, well, Laray, we know that you got the TAA coming up your way. We know we got the Great American Bash coming your way. What other plans you got going on? Anything that you can reveal? Anything you kind of, like drop a little breadcrumb for us?
I'm putting together a pretty good super match card in March. No matches locked down yet, but trying to get, some pretty big matches. Maybe like we're gonna try to get Landon a match. Trying to get Hunter Knobs a match with one of our guys, left-handed. Do you know Dalton Bumgarner? Oh yeah, lefty. That's gonna be a fire match if I can make that happen. We just got to see how he does with John first. I'm gonna do some round robins. I might adjust it, maybe not do a 12. I might do an 8, or something like that. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna try different things. We'll see.
Nice.
Maybe do some team.
Hell yeah! I love this state team battle thing. I love it. Love the idea.
Hey, maybe we could even go a step further and put 4 states together and do a little 4-man round robin.
We could do that.
That would be sick.
I mean, not for nothing. I actually saw earlier we had Ian Carnegie in the chat.
What weight class would you want to do?
Shoot, we can do them all, man.
Fucking say that, man. That's a lot of work.
We got weight. We got.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Every weight, man. We got 3 guys down here in East Tennessee alone that's ranked top 20 in 54s. We got a couple 76 guys. We got Robbie Russell at 98, Landon Anderson at 220, Quentin Murray at 242, and then supers is like Rex Forbes and Tim Bresnan and
nice.
Yeah, we got some killers. Yeah, man.
Nice. I'm excited for that. Oh, we lost Sam. Sam had to take off. It looks like maybe he could join us again. I'm excited for all of that because that makes it so every single month in the next few years is gonna have some stellar blockbuster matches going on.
Yeah.
And blockbuster events by you guys promoters. And you know what? I'm happy to help bring those people together. If anybody's interested in collaborating with a specific entity or anybody for that matter and just want to put the word out there, please reach out to me. Hop on the show. Let's get the word out there. You have an idea and let's put it to action. Let's actually make your dreams a reality.
Yeah.
Dude, here's the thing about a promoter though. One promoter can do so much, right? But imagine an event where 12 promoters got together. That would be insane.
That would be that would be the epic collaboration right there. I mean, as I was saying before, Ian Carnegie was in the chat saying that they're down to do a collaboration event.
Yeah.
From Mac.
Yeah.
So that would be freaking epic as well.
Yeah, it would be sick. It'd be sick, man. We got to connect, Laray. Definitely hit me up. Message me. We'll put something together. That'd be great.
For sure, man. For sure. I know, Garrett.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm super excited for that. Been training hard every day.
Of course, man.
Same for the Montana event. That's really lit a fire under me to really focus and train super hard every day. And I practice pull with Bill Sinks once a week.
Nice. Yeah.
So
did you say Bill?
We actually got a good question in the chat that I wanted to present to everyone on the screen because we have varying different degrees of experience. How long should somebody compete before they take super matches?
It's all depending, I think, in your skill and your strength that you have. from the beginning. Really, I think it's if you have the skill and the strength. Some guys honestly get in the sport, and within a year, you'll see them. Like look at fucking Leonidas, dude. He's been how long in the sport for? And he just pulled fucking Brzenk, and before that, so it's not. I think it's all depending on how much time you have in the sport and how much strength and how much really diverse you are in the sport. If you really know what you're doing or have an idea of what you're doing, and you can have a good training team around you, and you're learning quick, man. I would say it depends on the person. Honestly, I would say it depends on the person. Really, there's guys that takes years, fucking years.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and
Garrett, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I'd say about a year for most people, but depending, some people are natural arm wrestlers right out of the start. But yeah, I'd say at least a year before you jump into super matches.
what do you think?
Right? What's your opinion?
I mean, I wouldn't put a timetable on it, but I would say, me being a little bit more old school, tournaments are important because you just get to grip up with so many people, and I mean, look at the best arm wrestlers. They came from that tournament format, and I'm not saying don't arm wrestle super matches at all, but I would say make sure you put in your work, go to the tournaments, and you'll see where you stand after you do that. And then I do kind of not cringe, but I kind of like when I see some novices arm wrestle a super match and they don't go to tournaments. I'm just like, man, go to the tournaments, man, and then get your experience up, and then do it. And I'm not downing them at all. I'm not downing them at all. But tournaments are important, and they will help you get to that super match level. I guess I'm a purist, man. I think super matches are kind of like, you need to at least hit a certain scale level, before you get to that point.
You got to put, your work in. I agree with that. I agree actually wholeheartedly with them. A little bit of what everyone has said already. I will say the one thing is it's dependent on that person's performance. If you come in out of the floodgates and you're smashing through tournaments, taking first place in your weight class and maybe even classes above you regularly with very little contestation, then super matches is going to be exactly where you need to be. But if you're, just, hitting your head on a ceiling a little bit, keep your feet in the waters, get in the murky waters, play in the mud for a little while before you dive in deeper, because I think that's where like the super match format can really take off and springboard you into even bigger promotions and similar things like round robins and get you opportunities like that. Because if you go ahead and jump into a super match format and you're not ready, it can be discouraging to you, discouraging people, that are your fans. If you don't have the right energy levels at it, So I agree with everything you guys said. A little bit of each of it, but that's my 2 cents to that.
And also, I do want to shout out Yusuf Wilson. He's when it comes to strategy to a puller, he's one of my favorite. Reason being is because he'll figure you out, man. Whatever he needs to do, he'll try to do. He'll feel that little weakness that you have, whether it's in a hook or in a top roll, or if he has to press you, or if he's got whatever he needs to do, he does. So I got to give my hats off on that, and I agree with him too. I think super matches are pinnacle of arm wrestling because they give the pullers opportunity to display adaptability and strategy, which that's 100%. That's how they can show. What they're all about. Fresh for fresh. But at the same time, I love round robins too, man. They're great. Just because it's one after another. But
it keeps it flowing. Definitely keeps it flowing.
It keeps it flowing. It's just that I like fresh for fresh. That's my because it shows you, what he can actually do, clean off the bat. And same thing, look, if it's a match, if I've seen, and nothing against Garrett Tupper, he's an absolute fucking monster. That, Garrett. I fucking love you, buddy. But if I seen fresh for fresh, Chris Michaels and Garrett Tupper, I'd probably go Chris Michaels. Just for the fact that I've seen him pull so many fucking times. But at the same time, I'm not going to say that on a day that like I've seen Garrett pull. He's been pulled, he pulled Michaels fresh before and he's won. So it's you know what I mean? They're both absolutely fucking phenomenal. Both great fucking pullers.
We train together a lot too, so we know exactly
what you need to do.
So yeah.
Right, exactly. I mean, tell me honestly, Garrett, how many times out of 10 do you call Chris Michaels winning or losing? How many times?
I've probably pulled him like, I don't know, 20 times and got like 4 to 6 wins maybe.
So that's what I'm talking about. Honest guy. Yeah. He's an absolute fucking monster. But Chris also pulls, up to 198. Josh fucking Granton beats him and then Garrett beats him. But I've seen Garrett also at times beat Chris fresh for fresh. So they're both different pullers. Like he said, if you figure someone out in a super match, it's a different story because they're fucking fresh, man. You haven't even touched me yet. I mean, especially when it comes to guys that I don't want to say don't have as much strength as the other guy does, but it happens to be a lot like that. And they have to figure out if this can go into a hook or do I need to top roll him to try to use some side pressure. Like I love seeing that shit, especially when you're not fucking. I mean, it's one of my favorites. I mean, especially when I seen Sam and Chris go at it. One of my fucking favorite matches, or when I see Eric Fisk and Sam go at it because Eric fucking hates to go in and dive in with that press because Eric can't do anything about that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's what I love seeing. I love seeing that during the tournaments and everything else. What the hell is that?
That noise.
Huh? Yeah.
What is that noise?
I don't know.
Is that you, Sam?
Oh.
Trial. I have no idea.
Is that you, Sam?
Trial. What the fuck is that?
What the hell is that?
What is that?
I have no idea.
Who's doing?
You guys hear that shit, right? They're not going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hear it.
Trial. This is
Trial. Something.
Your trial is your
I
trial
think it's yours.
Sam. It's Sam.
Oh, it's Sam?
Yeah.
Trial.
Because if you look at the side screen, I don't know if you can see it, but I see his thing go off every now. Trial. What is going on right now? All right, I'm gonna mute you, Sam, so you figure that shit out. Figure out your shit, man.
No, going back to super matches, it's almost like, and it would be impossible to do, but it's almost like the rankings should be split. Because
thank you.
I would describe myself as a tournament puller. But for example, let's just say I pulled Dan, right? And I've never pulled Dan, but let's say I would beat him in a tournament. I'd probably lose to him in a super match, honestly. Yep. That's just the way it goes, and it's two different styles, right? And I also, if you split it, I think it would encourage people to do both because, in my opinion, I see a lot of people, they don't do tournaments anymore. You see the tournament numbers dipping. My tournaments used to be 250 plus entries. Well, over the last year, it's dipped to 150. So yeah, if there was a way to split it, that would be the best way.
That's why we're doing
the
super matches, and then we're doing the tournament the next day. You know what I mean? So to me, that's kind of the way slowly that needs to go, so people can see it's like maybe almost like a 2-day thing. You stay there, you do the weigh, because a lot of people do early weigh-ins, then obviously go in and they want to do something. They're going for early weigh-ins. Now they're staying at a hotel, do the super matches, get everything ready. You know what I mean? And then set up for the tournament the next day. You know what I mean?
But
they did that at East Coast,
yep.
And it was kind of a little bit reversed. They did the tournament, then the super matches, but it was phenomenal, man. It was probably like the best production, best players in the.
I heard
it was unbelievable, dude.
Event,
I was crying at the end when Brzezinski was one up against Leonidas, dude. It was like it was unreal, dude, to be there up front, and him. You could see him transition back and forth, having his wrist cracked back, putting his shoulder behind it, then having to do you. It's unreal, bro. Watch. Yeah.
Technician, man.
Yeah.
Technician.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you from my point of view, and I wasn't there, but I watched it. Like I was screaming at the TV the whole time. But the number one thing I seen, actually two things. First off, the environment, unmatched. I've never seen an environment like that ever. Number two, to me, the coolest thing of that event was when they would pan to the corner and you seen America's best standing in their corner, no matter who it was, supporting the other guy. And it was like, dude, that really unified the country. You know, no matter if you're training partners or not, like it's Team USA.
Everybody was there. Paul Lynn was at every single with Talbot. It was just everybody was. As soon as they were up, you had 5 or 6 guys around every single. If it was John Brzezinski, if John Brzezinski had 5 or 6 guys around him trying to help him out, it was so emotional, bro, to see that happen all live there. You know what I mean? And everybody was just like you said. You have a corner next to you, and it was all USA, the best of USA. It was just Jerry Catter up against Alex. Are you fucking kidding me?
That was awesome.
Like, that's what I envisioned.
Yeah,
like, the Olympics,
that's what I'm saying.
Man. You know, I know that's whatever, but that's what it felt like to me. Like, we truly had America's best over there.
I do want to do a quick little shout out as I am wearing the jersey. WAF Worlds is happening this upcoming weekend. Our brothers from America are represented as Jeff Hale. We got Simon Barachoa. We got Luke Polsher out there. Those are just to name a few of the guys that are out there. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you guys have a safe trip. Enjoy representing USA. I know there's a lot of drama and beef with different organizations, but I'm all about just representing America in every capacity we can. You know, I think that this last month has been a very stellar month of representation between East versus West here on American soil and Americans going over to WAF. You know, we're making arm wrestling not just great, but fucking amazing.
Literally.
Oddly enough, I feel like, you know, everybody talks about the Europeans and, you know, they're a level above us, right? I don't think that's the case in atmosphere and like fan wise. I think America, you know, you put events here, you see that crap sold out. You know, you don't see it sell out in Turkey. You don't see it sell out in Europe. That's sold out in Orlando, and I promise you'll probably see that.
They're already setting up. I was already talking to Engen. They're setting up for either Chicago or with Travis Bajent, or they're trying to do something in Mexico. So somewhere that's going to be, they really want to do here in the U.S., but he's got a couple of different places to pick from. But he's definitely doing U.S. soon, because it was supposed to be about 750 people going. It was over 1,000, so they had to bring in more chairs, get more chairs to bring in, because the people, it went to literally outside around the corner of the hotel. The amount of people that were brought into that venue, it was unreal, dude. It was so packed. Oh my God. I'm saying
it would almost be bad business not
absolutely. And I just want to
I really think that the moment he goes back to Turkey, and it's going to happen obviously, but like he's going to look around and be like, this isn't comparable to America. Like,
yo, shout out to fucking Hunter in the fucking chat, my dude Hunter.
Hell yeah. Hunter is a beast. And I just want to say, earlier in the chat, he did say something. He goes, if you just do it fast, if you finish them fast, you will have plenty of stamina for the rest of the round robins.
Yes, sir.
Dude, he was an absolute.
You'll be fresh for them all.
Same thing, man.
Make it fast to stay fresh. I like that.
Same thing. Fucking when I met him, he's a cool ass dude. I was getting some breakfast with him, talking to him and stuff. And dude, he didn't look anywhere near his fucking weight, bro. He looked like a fucking monster, bro. He was so much bigger. He was so much bigger in person, dude. So yeah, and didn't even think, you know, the way everything went on East versus West. You know, he really showed, you know, what he's all about and how much power he's got. It's unreal, man. Unreal for that class. And he's going to be, like they said, he's going to be a staple for this sport, and to show people at that weight class what he can do, and all the way up to heavies, man. He's going to be something to reckon with, man. He is somebody to reckon with. So, yeah.
He won the 54s, and he was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
coming for the 76s."
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
"Got it." He did it, won it, and then he looked at me after he won it and said,
Yeah.
"Why not 3 times?" I'm like, "Okay, okay."
Absolute
Okay.
fucking monster, bro. Yeah,
If
man.
anybody
Shout
can do
out,
it, he
I think, to
can,
the strongest team of arm wrestlers in the U.S., Carolina Chaos. Shout out to those dudes. I need to get like a weekend or a week down vacation just so I can train with those guys. I know I'll learn at least like a year's worth of arm wrestling in a week type of deal.
Also, yeah,
legends,
man.
and legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
Just
Chad
say,
Silvers,
he's
bro.
a fucking
Chad did it.
monster.
Adam Roszinski.
He went from 30. Well, I'm just saying, like, versatile. Chad won the 32s. He's won the 54s. He's won the 76s. He's won the 98s.
Yeah.
He's won every class. And now,
Yeah,
Hunter's on
100%.
that trajectory.
100% he's on that trajectory. Yeah, 100%. He's not I don't see him staying with that weight class, especially the way he pulled the East versus West. He's just going to go up from there. He was way too strong that day for him. He was holding.
Going back to the Montana, when I was talking to them, they were like, we were talking about, they were talking about bringing me up for a match, and I was like, yeah. And they're like, what weight are you? I was like 54, and they're like, what about Hunter Knobs? I'm like, what about no? What about no? He said, you ain't ready for him? I'm like, bro, there's not a soul in America ready for Hunter Knobs at that
Not
weight.
at 154, dude. No. It's just too much at that weight. It's too much at that weight, man. I don't even know how he gets down there. He doesn't look anywhere near that weight, man. He doesn't look anywhere near that weight. He looks so big in person, bro. Not big as in tall, but that motherfucker's so fucking wide and solid fucking muscle, man.
Dude, I knew when he like flexed next to Doug, I was like, oh. I already knew. Like, I knew Hunter was in it. But like Doug kept saying, I'm bigger, I'm stronger. Nah, bro. When he flexed next to Doug, I was like, no, you're not bigger than Hunter. Hunter's actually bigger than you.
Considerably.
Like, yeah, you could tell. You could tell.
Considerably bigger. Oh, man. So Montana ain't going to be ready for us. Tennessee, you're on our radar. We're coming down for you, or you're going to come up to us, either which way. We'll figure that shit out, man. And I know we got Arizona in the crosshairs. Canada's in the crosshairs. Listen, the tri-state area, we're like the New England tri-state area. I gotta say is like there's a bunch of states. There's not as many pullers are as established because there hasn't been as much unified promotion, big promotions. There's been little sporadic promotions here and there. But we're trying to make changes to make that, to put us on the map. I know we had the Northeast Coalition about a year or two ago.
We're not trying. We are doing. It's happening.
We are doing it. It's happening, man.
We already joined everybody in New York. That's why we're doing the 10th annual New York State Championships. Like I said, all the New York promotions are doing that all together. That's why we're going to unify by there. Then we're doing Montana. Montana's coming in here. Maybe we'll go to Tennessee, or Tennessee will come here. But me, you, and Laray, we got to get something together, man. I can just see good things happening, man. I could just,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
man.
definitely. And then we got to do something with Canada too. Canada's gonna. We already talked to Brian Parliament.
Yep.
So see exactly what he wants to do. And yeah, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. The best players are gonna be
fun. This is gonna just be fun to arm wrestle all these new dudes that I would never have been able to do so. Being back at the 176s, I aim to make a big statement. Thanks again also to Laray, because I'm going to be at the American Bash at 176. I know, dude, the guys you got there. At first, when I started seeing some of these names trickle in, I was like, oh, fuck, what did I get myself into? But then I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm coming in hot.
It's going to be so cool to have all those names under one roof. Like,
yeah,
that's
man.
a dream come true,
Especially if we do that.
Dude, go look at the 98 class. I mean,
stacked.
It's just
stacked. Yeah,
ungodly. Yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be good. And Garrett, you're gonna be on his, right? Too, on Laray's.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be. He's an
yeah, it's gonna be insane. Like, I don't think anything that big has happened in North America besides the East versus West thing. But I mean, for like every ranked puller in North America, in the U.S. being in the same area, that's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, It's gonna be really good, really good. Top notch pullers all over every single fucking weight class, which is great.
Well, gentlemen, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun as well. We got an hour and a half in. Unless anybody's got something else pressing they want to share, we plan on coming back with some more City Slickers representing the New York Tri-state area. Next week's show, please be sure to tune in. Please follow Laray Jenkins. All of his information is down below. Follow definitely Sam Mitchell and Garrett Tupper. I'll be sure to include their links as well below. And last but not least, follow what the man behind the curtain that makes all this happen, Steve Fernandez. He's got all of his links down and below as well.
Let me not forget my King of the Tri-State, Arnold Classic Qualifier, September 28th. Guys, be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. I have people from Ghana coming, Kenya, Puerto Rico, Argentina. Guys, you have to be there because there's going to be worldwide pullers there. It's going to be so fucking sick. Again, free food, top-notch pullers from all over the fucking world. You qualify for Arnold's. First, second, and third. They'll probably end up being in Vegas or in New York, wherever they have they have the actual Arnolds, beyond the qualifier. So it's going to be absolutely great, man. Shout out to High Five for giving me this opportunity. So I appreciate it, man. And guys, it's going to be fucking sick. You guys already know.
And just so you guys know, if you want the event page for the Country Folk versus City Slickers, is right here on the chat as well as on the screen. You can take your phone, take a picture of it, take a screenshot. That QR code will take you right to the event page because it's also going to be live on the M Spot channel.
Yeah.
Go ahead and subscribe with notifications on because they're doing some big things with YouTube with the sport of arm wrestling. They just had a collaboration event with Canada called Armsgeddon, where some Canadians did a little bit of invasion in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing our own little invasion to Montana. They got a really good production. Really,
kicked? How do they do against Canada? I didn't even see.
Canada, I think, whipped the asses a little bit.
Of course they whipped their asses, dude. Come on. They're going to go up against us, dude. That's fucking hilarious, man. The guest Vermont, fucking Sam Mitchell.
But you know what? You know what though? That's always good for them to have something close, in proximity, because maybe they have something to prove now. Maybe they'll come up with a little bit more fire than they were with the Canadians. I'm hopeful that we don't have a walkthrough, experience, and but
I want to battle either way.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Because I don't want an easy day. I want a war, man. You know me, Steve. You know I'm a glutton for punishment. I like having wars.
No, I know. I think it's going to be good either way. They have some top-notch ranked guys there. I've seen, what their rankings are and stuff through airs and the hook too. So they have some top-ranked guys. I mean, a lot of them are ranked really well, but the other thing is too is that a lot of the guys from Montana, from like you said, Dan, are they've been using airs. They've been in all those tournaments and everything else. And they've been in that ranking system for a long time. So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have our guys win. Garrett and Sam and everybody else. I don't see them standing a fucking chance, bro. Especially with Garrett or Sam, or Dan. Dan, you got, honestly, to be honest with you, Dan, you got your fucking hands full, bro. You have your hands fucking full at 176. I've seen the fucking guys that they have at 176. Sam.
Who's their guy?
I'll show you right now, actually. I'll tell you right now.
Kevin Playboy Roy.
You pulled him before, didn't you, Sam?
Kevin?
Yeah.
When I was 19.
When you were 19?
No, 2019.
Oh, 2019.
Yeah.
Okay. And how'd you do?
He beat me, but I placed higher.
Okay.
The guy who ended up beating him. It was something where I was still learning how to arm wrestle. So
Right.
So I didn't really know my lane.
Big difference now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's not gonna know what hit him.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
No.
Because I think he plans unless they actually have another stand-in at 165. I think he's planning on pulling at 165 and 176.
No.
Which I think he's a glutton for punishment. Sam, go a little easy on him if leave something for in the tank for me.
Sam, break him, bro. Don't even go easy on him. Fucking break him, dude. Yeah, I mean, honestly, as soon as he goes to the tables, just slam him to the pin. Give him nothing. So the next guy goes up to him, he's going to be sitting there going, shaking. Just shaking the whole time, not being able to do anything. Just for fucking shit and saying that he can take both you guys on.
I can hang on to him. Where he thinks he's strong, I'll show him I'm stronger.
Yeah.
I actually got a message just now from somebody telling me that he's really strong on a hook. You know what? You know what?
Right.
You know what? You know what? I'm putting this out there.
Yeah, right. I'll put money on Sam with him in a hook. Start him in a hook and see what happens.
Or whatever his name is, I'm gonna be meeting him in a hook as well. I plan on meeting him in a hook as well.
They better get somebody else, man. They better not have just one guy.
Playboy Roy.
They better not have just Playboy Roy just for both you guys. They better have somebody else for another weight class. I don't like that. They better have somebody else because you're gonna either one. They're gonna eat him up. So it's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be Sam's gonna hold him in a hook and he's just gonna look at him. You know what I mean? So it's just come on.
And then we got I mean, do you want to announce the people who we do have confirmed a little bit?
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Right, so
announce whose asses are gonna get handed to them. Yep, I love that shit.
Hunter Braden is gonna be taking on our Garrett Tupper on screen.
You mean Garrett Tupper is gonna fuck up fucking Braden, and Braden's not gonna ever want to pull Tupper, but yeah, keep going.
And then as of right now, we got Kevin, Playboy Roy, whatever his name is.
That's what I want. I want that match. I don't want you to pull him. I want Sam to pull him because they pulled before. You need another match. They need to find somebody else for you. Sam, you're gonna pull Roy because you're gonna fucking destroy him. You guys pulled before. He thinks that he can beat you. Because what happened in 2019, shut the fuck. That's not gonna That's it. I can't wait for this shit to happen because you're gonna fucking slam it to the pin. I can't wait. So we'll find somebody for you, Dan. We will find somebody good for you. He's not pulling you and pulling you. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's just you're gonna fucking destroy.
I mean, I'll take his other arm. Sam, if you want to take lefty, I'll take him righty.
If they don't have somebody, we can definitely do that. But I mean, I'm good right or left.
I want Sam to destroy him right and left. I want him to destroy him on both fucking arms. So then at the end, he's gonna be like, "I thought, yeah, you thought, yeah, you thought, didn't you? It was a wrong thought." We'll get somebody else for you, Dan. You need to go to somebody else because they have past beef bullshit before of 2019, and I'm sure Sam wants to know him. Let him know that.
Yeah.
This is not the same fucking hand that you saw in 2019. You know what I mean? Especially in a hook. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'll put money starting in a hook if you want. Right, Sam? Fuck that. Shout out to Paul.
And then we got Paul Cruz in the chat, James Clark in the chat, Roger Learned. We got Roger Learns on the card as well.
Roger Learns on the card, and he's gonna fucking punish. I'll tell you right now,
Joe Furr.
Yeah, Joe Furr. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. All right, he's gonna punish Joe Furr just for the fact that Roger. He was. I remember back in the day, he was showing me videos of him and his left unfucking real. But now with his right, he's strong with both. I don't really see Joe Furr doing much to him at all whatsoever. So Roger, I think, is going to take him both left and right. I don't think he's got really anything for Roger. I'm going to be honest.
Definitely not.
I think it's going to be a battle with Sam and Roy. Garrett, he's ranked a little bit better than you, but I don't really go by ranking. I go by what I know, what I see, and what I've seen. So I'm going to call Garrett on that one just because he's an absolute fucking beast. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with Joe. Joey doesn't. That's not gonna. I don't see anything going on with Roger. I think Roger's gonna win that 3-0 easy. You know what I mean? So.
And then we got Dan Grosselak versus Aiden LeMay left-handed.
I pulled Dan in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean,
I
was 154.
Talking about, bro. You see what the fuck I'm talking about? They have no idea who they're fucking going up against. I'm telling you, dude.
I was the Montana guy hit me up. He was like, man, I saw you beat Daniel. You flashed him. He's like, do you walk around like 175? I was like, man, I weighed 150 that day, brother. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So,
Yeah, they're in trouble. Those Montana boys are in trouble.
But I like Dan. I'm not talking shit. Dan's a cool dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Look, just so everybody knows, I'm talking shit because we're going up against you guys, plain and simple. I got nothing but love for all the Montana guys, for them doing this for us and everything in Montana Arm Bending League. Got nothing but love for you guys. You know this. But
it's on site.
You have to talk. If you guys talk shit, I gotta talk more shit. We didn't start it. You know, you guys were on there. I'll take Dan and I'll take Sam and I'll take. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, like I said, Garrett will fucking beat you. What are you talking about? What are we talking? Yeah, on the same fucking place here. Like, oh my god, Dan and fucking Sam. What the fuck are you? Oh my god. But either way. If you talk shit, now you're gonna have to hear it from me. I usually don't. I'm a nice guy, but if you talk shit, you're gonna get it.
I didn't even know there was arm wrestling in Montana. What the hell? No.
I just thought they just got a bunch of mountain folk trying to be Yetis.
I was about to say, I thought they were just ranch folk. You know? We arm wrestle over here on the East Coast, son.
Oh shit.
Should be fun. I hope y'all let me make sure y'all post like if that's gonna be streamed or anything. I want to.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be streamed. If the event page that it's on, it actually has the link to where it's gonna be streamed on.
All right.
Cool. Actually, you know what? Here, take your phone out, or you have your phone right now on.
Yeah.
Do a screenshot. I'm gonna put up on the channel where it's gonna be streamed. Do a screenshot of that stream.
I got you.
And that will give you the code. They'll take you right to their YouTube channel.
Awesome. Sounds like a blast, fellas.
Oh, it's gonna be freaking epic.
We're gonna do live streaming too here and there on mine, on Steve Fernandez on my Facebook, when we're gonna be like recording on the way there. So there's gonna be people recording, people taking pictures, and then my live stream is gonna be going on while we're going on the party bus and stuff. And you know what I mean? So some people can see what's going on live. You know what I mean? So it's definitely gonna be good, man. Shout out to fucking JJ Jackson, man. I love JJ. He's the shit.
JJ, what's up? Also, just so you guys know, on that channel, we're gonna do a live podcast with them as well, with face-offs and weigh-ins, and so it's gonna be all high energy.
Yep,
high energy. You're gonna see us facing off, kind of like a little mini press conference, if you may.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's gonna be. Much like a press conference there that we're gonna have, and then everybody's gonna be interviewed. They're gonna be talking about how they got into arm wrestling, who's their favorite puller, who do they pull with, who do they practice with, what do they do for work, if they have a girlfriend, who do they live with. It's going to get a little bit more personal. So you're going to see, a little bit more than just pulling your personal life. So you get into the person's life and say, what does he do? What does he do for work? Oh, he does sanitation. Oh shit. Okay. That's that's what
that's what we need in the sport.
Yep.
Because you look at the UFC, because dude, let's be honest, arm wrestling is kind of comparison to UFC, right? In the promotion style.
Yep.
The only reason we really care about the UFC is because we like the characters, right?
Right.
Like we know their backstory. And it doesn't have to be fake characters.
No.
Just be yourself.
That's what I was saying before. Everybody be themselves. Everybody that's why I picked everyone to be. Look.
We just need household names, man, and y'all are creating that.
Like Garrett Tupper. I like Garrett. I like his story. I love his dad. I like that he brought him into it. I like that he beats his dad. I hate to say that. I'm sorry, Glenn. But in general, you know what I mean? It's and look, sometimes his dad beats him, but after Garrett's been beat up for a little bit. So it's like, you know what I mean? So vice versa. But in general, that's the backstory that I love. You know what I mean? I love that family, that orienting, that hard working, that always being at every single top tournament. I see this. That's why I've seen in same thing in Sam when I seen him at Vermont. And trying to go up, and I'm seeing class after class after class going up against all these fucking monsters. I'm sitting there going, this kid is a fucking beast, and I'm like, he's not gonna pull again, is he? And I'm like, damn, like he can pull for fucking days. That's the type of commitment I like. That's the type of shit I like. You know what I mean? So
for the casual viewer, like if you throw a tournament up there and you don't know anything about these people, I'm not going to care, because who's this guy? I'm never going to see him next time.
Exactly.
But if you develop that backstory and put together these interviews and put together these behind the scenes,
Yep.
you're going to grow to become a fan, man. It's
Absolutely.
just it's going to become natural like that.
Yep. It's
I'm
you're
right there
gonna,
with you, brother.
you're gonna like
the power of relation is worth its weight in gold, right? Because there's gonna be different walks of life that are like, hey, wait, that story's mine. Can I get into something like this? And then it's how the wheels start going.
Yeah, it's just how it's different. You know what I mean? Same thing with you, Dan. You have your backstory. You know what I mean? Same thing with Roger. He's got his backstory, and he's got a hell of a backstory. Roger broke his left arm, came back, still arm wrestling and everything. So he's got a lot on his plate too. There's a lot of other suits. Same thing with hopefully, I'm not going to say his name because we don't know 100% if he's coming yet or anything like that. But so we'll say just say for Aiden LeMay. He's a young fucking buck, man. And the way he's been pulling and who he's been pulling, and he doesn't really like to take any kind of matches lightly, and he pulls the top ranked guys over and over again. That's what I like to see. Young guys like that've been pulling for years. Why they pull, that backstory to the personal life is what's going to click everything onto the next stage. And people are going to be like, I know Garrett. I've seen Garrett on that show. No, his dad is the one that pretty much, and then now he actually beats his dad. That backstory is going to light people different in a different way. And they're going to like people because of that certain reason. You know what I mean? It's that likable type of person, not only because you pull, because I know the type of person he is. You know what I mean? That's what you like.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's facts, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right, gents. I know it was about 20 minutes ago. I was like, let's wrap it up. This is what we call the Puerto Rican goodbye. We never say goodbye.
Right.
We never say goodbye. We don't know how to. We don't.
4 times
We'll keep you. unless you run away, we're gonna keep you forever, man.
Well, my phone's on 2%.
So you got 2% left, and I'm out.
Well, it's been an honor and a privilege to have you guys on the screen with me. I really do appreciate it. I actually got a new recruit tuning in just now, but go back, watch the whole show. Gabriel, he just joined the practice here I have in the pit, which is on Thursdays and Sundays. Hit me up if you want to join. Every Thursday and Sunday night, we're in the pit. Come hell or high water, rain or shine. We're out on my deck. As things cool up, we'll be back in the garage. And I look forward to having more people join the sport of arm wrestling. Please, please like, share, and subscribe. All these people's channels, all these people's social media platforms. I want everybody to grow from the sport. Rising tides raises all the ships.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Dude. We definitely got to get together and do something, man. Whether it's in Tennessee or New York.